Hey there, YouTubers. Gonna take a look at another member of the Sleeman's Tasters Pack. Tonight, I'm gonna take a look at Sleeman's Draft, their original draft. Yeah, so I'm just guessing it's just a basic lager. There's really nothing more to it than just original draft. That could mean a whole lot of things. 5% ABV. Judging by the color, it's a little bit darker than your standard, maybe about the same as your standard lager, but we'll give it a shot. Of course, the typical Sleeman style. It's got nothing else other than the clear bottle and a little tiny label at the very top. And of course the maple leaf beaver cap, which looks pretty nice. So, let's give it a pour here. About a finger and a half ahead. The head's actually kind of fine. A little creamier. Maybe like your typical draft style. Like what it should be. Not quite. I got a feeling that's probably not going to last too long. The bubbles are somewhat getting larger as they as it sits there, and they're larger around the edge. The head's kind of like just your standard white. Yeah, see, it's died off to about a finger now. The color's more or less a gold color. Yeah, pretty well just gold. Let's give it a sniff here. Pretty much just a very faint hints of some sort of hop, like a metallic kind of hop. As well as like slightly grassy notes. Virtually no grain or anything kind of coming out of that smell. It's a very faint smell. Like what you can pick up off of it is basically just your very faint beer smells. It's just basics, the basics. Hops and slightly grassy. Smells like a lager, really. Yeah. So appearances, it looks half decent. Smell-wise, not a whole lot coming out of that. So, yeah, let's give it a taste. Surprising amount of bitterness. Finishes dry. I mean, it's not really bitter, but it actually has a little bit of a bitter sting to the front of the tongue when you first drink it. And it's got a slight toasted grain, slight grainy, like slight creaminess, like creamy-ish flavor to the back. Almost semi-lactic. And there's a hint of sourness to that. And not a skunky sourness. Like, even though it's a clear bottle, I don't detect any kind of skunkiness to it. Although I did make sure that this Sleeman's pack I picked up right off the pallet, basically, as it came in the liquor store. When I got there, the guy was actually unloading them out of the warehouse and putting them onto the floor. And grabbed me one right off the pallet. Predominantly like toasted grain kind of, and lactic creamy kind of taste. Tastes almost like beer with a hint of milk. Well, it's not off-putting or anything. It's actually rather pleasing. It's got a medium to light semi-watery taste. But it's not, it doesn't finish wet. It actually finishes dry. That's quite nice. It's nice and smooth. And the dryness is definitely pleasurable. But it's not like it's a fantastic beer or anything. There's like very little flavor notes, to be honest. It's just how smooth it is. And to some people, that really counts for quite a bit of your beer drinking experience. How smooth it goes down, that little bit of flavor you got, if it appeals to you. It's not bursting with flavors or anything. The flavors content in this beer is actually quite, like, mild. But the beer tastes clean. And it has a slight crispness to the back. So, with what little's left of that beer, I'm going to sit down for a few minutes and actually come up with some thoughts on this one. I'll be right back. Alright, so what did I think of Sleeman's original draft? Well, I found it to be a nice, somewhat smooth, easy drinking beer. It definitely went down nice. It's not, like, the flavors though were kind of really mild. Nothing really apparent. Nothing really out of the ordinary or nothing really fantastic. But I will market it decently because it actually was quite drinkable. And one thing I noticed through like drinking the beer is that it had like a nice gentle sweetness through the beer, along with that pseudo creamy kind of taste. I don't know. I'd recommend trying it if you wanted to try that Taster's Pack. Obviously, you're gonna have to drink a few of these, and I do recommend trying the Taster's Pack. So, by proxy, I'm gonna say I recommend this beer, but it's not like it's an outstanding beer. I'd get the Taster's Pack before I'd buy a 12-pack of this again. It's not bad. It's not absolutely great. It's just your basic passable lager. It's a little bit better than average as far as lagers go. Yeah, therefore I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. Yeah, other than that, it's just basically your average beer. Yeah. 3.3, 3 out of 5. Anyway, cheers and thanks for watching Maxwell Stars Beer Review. Don't forget to subscribe and have a good night. Bye.